A 4-acre community farm on the east side growing something brand new. How it's going to be used to help those who have passed away.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
New at noon, the Uvalde community still hurting after the massacre at Robb Elementary, and now a 16-year-old student has been arrested after threatening to shoot another juvenile at Uvalde High School.
That's according to the district officials. In a letter to Uvalde CISD parents and faculty, officials said a student made the threat on social media last night. The threat was reported in the Stop It app, and it was also reported to Uvalde Police and the Texas Department of Public Safety. Authorities were able to identify and locate the teen accused of making the threat last night. He was taken into custody on felony terroristic threat charges.
Now, in a letter to the parents, the district says, in part, quote, "We understand that this message may cause additional stress for some of you. However, we believe it is important to communicate these situations when they occur. We will continue to work with the state and local law enforcement agencies to help keep our students and staff safe," end quote. As a precaution, UCISD said DPS troopers are going to be patrolling the campus and patrolling extracurricular activities.
Downtown at the courthouse today, the punishment phase continues for two men found guilty of murder yesterday. Williams Blankenship and his stepson Lane Wooten were convicted by a jury of the 2020 murder of 24-year-old Josh Fowler. Fowler was killed after an altercation with Wooten ended in gunfire. The jury deliberated for about 3.5 hours before they handed down that guilty verdict. The punishment phase began soon after and continued this morning, and at some point today, the jury will deliberate a sentence for each of the two men. They can get anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison. You can stay with KSAT.com for the latest. When that punishment comes in, we'll let you know.
If you have not gone outside yet, please do so. It is so pleasant out there. Actually, though, this morning, it was downright chilly. It was a pretty nippy wind blowing out there.
Yeah, that northerly wind, you could feel it. It got down into the 50s this morning. It gets even cooler by tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning's jacket weather for sure. Those clouds have cleared out. They were a little ahead of schedule. So now we've got sun, and it is turning into a beautiful, beautiful day. You can see the clouds kind of eroding here around San Antonio. There's still quite a bit of cloud cover as you go west of town, especially south of San Antonio. And there is still some rain down there south of Corpus Christi and then to deep South Texas this afternoon. A little closer look here at San Antonio. Yes, we have clear skies, very comfortable temperatures at this hour. 63 Boulevardy, 61 Canyon Lake, 65 in New Braunfels, 61 Bernie Stage, 65 Rio Medina. And temperatures will slowly make their way into the upper 60s, close to 70 this afternoon. So pretty close to ideal when you're talking about temperatures here around South Texas. 67 at 2 o'clock. 69 4 p.m. We're down to 65 at 6 p.m. and temperatures will fall off quickly tonight. I'll warn you there. By tomorrow morning, we're talking mid-40s here in San Antonio, if you can believe that. We'll take a look at what other temperatures we could see around the area coming up tomorrow morning. That's in just a bit, guys.
Thank you so much, Justin. San Antonio police say a 24-year-old man now dead. He was shot on the east side. Officers called to this apartment complex at 6 on Monday evening in the 1000 block of Locke Street near I-35. There were some reports of a shooting. SAPD says the man had been shot at least once and he died at the scene. At this time, police aren't saying too much about any of the suspects. Investigators are also interviewing the victim's family to gather more information. Happening right now, San Antonio Pets Alive desperately looking for homes for these cute puppies and dogs. Right now, 31 pets are set to be euthanized today at 12:30. That is in 25 minutes. The dogs you see on your screen are some of the ones that are available for adoption and fostering. If you'd like to give one of them a home, visit SAPA's Rescue Center. It's off of Highway 151 and West Military Drive. Or call 210-370-7612.
Now to the official launch of the federal student loan forgiveness website. Applications can now be filed for the program that could bring relief to as many as 43 million borrowers. However, some critics are against the measure. ABC's Rena Roy explains why some lawmakers are filing lawsuits to put the brakes on the program.
Long anticipated relief on the way for millions of Americans with student debt. StudentAid.gov now live, a new website where people can apply for federal loan forgiveness now through the end of next year. Applicants have to submit their information, including income based on 2020 or 2021 taxes.
If you have federal student debt, please visit StudentAid.gov. It's easy, simple, and fast. More than 40 million Americans can stand to benefit from this relief.
The move forgives up to $10,000 for those earning less than $125,000 a year and $250,000 for a couple. That number goes up to $20,000 for low-income borrowers who received Pell Grants. President Biden fulfilling this campaign promise just weeks ahead of the midterm elections.
I'm keeping my commitment to relieve student debt as borrowers recover from this economic crisis caused by the once-in-a-lifetime pandemic.
Republicans are seeking to block this new relief, filing lawsuits to put the program to an end.
Republican members of Congress and Republican governors are trying to do everything they can to deny this relief, even to their own constituents. Their outrage is wrong and it's hypocritical.
Critics are concerned about the price tag of this program, with estimates saying this will cost the government hundreds of billions of dollars. Nearly $100 million expected to go towards vetting applications alone. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
While in the South, Texans are getting a taste of fall weather. People in other communities are getting a blast of winter. We're going to take a look at how much snow fell to our north.
And the UTSA Roadrunners with a conference battle that'll go a long way in deciding the Conference USA title.
A local urban farm now harvesting flowers, how they're going to be part of the Day of the Dead tradition.
A community farm on the east side preserving tradition by growing flowers that honor the dead.
Tiffany Huertas takes us to Garcia Street Urban Farm with a look at the different kinds of flowers that are going to be adorning altars on Day of the Dead.
These flowers behind me will fill different altars in homes, businesses, schools, and at Muertos Fest. We have Giovanna with the community farm joining us. Giovanna, talk to us about the flowers that we can find here.
So here you're going to find marigolds, which are known as cempasúchil. We have celosias, we have globe amaranth, and mano de león as well.
What is the process like to get it to this?
So we start in the summertime. This summer was really rough because of the heat. Germination was super difficult, but we figured it out. And as you can see, it turned out really well. It takes about 2 months for it to go from inception to a full bloom.
What type of change have you seen in our community when it comes to these types of flowers and Day of the Dead?
I think that altares were kind of a tradition that we were not practicing, and I think it's reemerging, and a lot of the youth is taking it on along with their elders. And it's a beautiful thing to watch people come of all ages to pick flowers for their altares.
What does it mean to you to have your team, volunteers come here and make this happen?
It's pretty significant for us, right? To be able to bring back something in the heart of the city that is not, it's being done by different people on a smaller scale, but to have this much for people to not have to travel out of town anywhere to find flowers that are grown within the city. I think it's a beautiful thing. And our team is it's our favorite season to grow flowers for the community.
When can people come here?
We have our market stands every Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We will have Dia de los Muertos one next week for the week before.
What a beautiful tradition. Thank you for having us. We're going to have all those details on KSAT.com. And as I was mentioning to you, these flowers are loved.
They are.
Reporting from the east side, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Outside with Live Game, how much do you think the natural rain that we had yesterday helped perk those flowers up a little bit? Make them look like they did.
But you know what? Some places, including one of my horses, needed some grass to grow. Only got like 0.2 of an inch.
Yeah, the numbers weren't huge yesterday, especially if you're along I-35 and points off to the east. It was great to see rain on the radar. We still need more. Good news is I do have some rain chances in the 7-day forecast coming up next week. Yeah, aquifer did jump up a little bit today. That's good to see. Up 0.3 of a foot, 631.5. Of course, the rain also kicked up molds. They're moderate at 7:30. That's all we have in today's pollen count. We look ahead in the forecast and we talk about how cold it gets tonight coming up.
Brr. The last time we were like shivering. Out of that blast of winter, millions of the eastern half of the country breaking out their winter jackets today.
You got to feel for them. Freezing temperatures and snow in some areas. Feeling a little bit more like Christmas than Halloween. ABC's Alex Perez has more.
Overnight, a bitter winter blast taking aim at the Midwest. Lake effect snow in northern Indiana had drivers on edge as they navigated the slick roads. Some truckers not taking any chances, opting to pull over and wait out the storm. That heavy snowfall weighing down power lines.
Oh my God!
Causing power flashes and alarming drivers. More than a foot of snow has fallen in parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. And now temperatures are in the 20s across much of the Midwest. In Ironwood, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, socked with 14 inches of snow.
All right, that was ABC.
It was frozen. Did you see it? It froze
Yes.
at the end.
Alex Perez was reporting there. Here in South Texas, we're going to welcome the chilly temperature. We were hoping a little more rain, but it actually will cost you more to heat your home this winter.
According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, if you heat your home with natural gas, it could cost 28% more this winter. Oil is 27% more, and electricity is going to cost you about 10% more.
More good news.
Yeah, get ready. That's why it was so nice last night.
I know. You could turn everything off, open the windows. Perfect.
This is what I like to call our sweet spot when it comes to weather. This time of year, we get those days where we don't have to use much AC. You really don't have to use a lot of heat. And we can save some money, hopefully. And temperatures tonight are going to be pretty chilly, down into the 40s. I want to show you the setup here across the country. You see the front. This is that big front that brought the cool air and all that winter weather you just saw there in that story. It is progressing eastward and southeastward now, and that cool air is plunging down into some of the southern states. There are frost and freeze advisories for much of the south. This includes Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. It is going to get down below freezing tonight in these areas. Not here in Texas, although a few places in the hill country could get close. But it is the really chilly readings that are going to be off to our east. Here's a look at today's forecast. High temperature 69 here in San Antonio, close to 70 in many spots. New Braunfels, Seguin, 67 in Pleasanton, 68 Hondo today. Mostly clear skies here, and then as you go south, you'll find a bit more cloud cover. Then let's go into tonight. Those temperatures fall off quickly, and by tomorrow morning, we're down to 44 here in San Antonio, 38 for Elks Ranch, 37 Bernie. And it's possible in some of those low-lying areas in the hill country that we could briefly touch freezing. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that, and it wouldn't be a killing freeze or anything like that, but just something to watch. It is going to be cold tomorrow morning. Here's a look outside right now, and boy, is it nice. 64 at the airport, 65 Stinson, 65 Kelly. We've got a good north-northeasterly breeze right now, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. And you see the clouds have cleared out here around San Antonio, so kind of a hole in the clouds. But you get further south, it is cloudy and overcast. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, over to some of our southern counties this afternoon. Where we are seeing more sun, temperatures jumping up just a bit more. 64 Helotes, 65 Pleasanton, 63 right now in Seguin, and 65 in New Braunfels. And those winds may be a little bit breezy from time to time today. We could see some gusts around 20 to 25. So just a heads up, those winds will calm some tonight. Right now we're seeing a gust at 17 at the airport. Here's the big picture in the setup as we look at the jet stream. So we got a big trough over the east. And these are the forecast high temperatures today. I mean, we're only getting up to 43 in Chicago, 53 Memphis, 57 in Atlanta. So it is chilly underneath this area of low pressure. And then you've got your ridge out to the west. Things kind of flatten out as we head towards the middle part of the week and end of the work week. And that brings quieter weather for most of the country. And then as we get into the weekend, another trough builds out west. This starts to bring in some moisture to Texas, so it gets a little more humid, a little more cloudy as we head into the weekend. Temperatures will be plenty warm. Then we turn our attention to the Pacific. Could we get a hurricane? There is nothing there yet, but the Hurricane Center thinks that we'll get a developing system that may eventually become a hurricane. That would be Rosalind. Why do we care about this? Because it's that time of year where we start to get some of that Pacific moisture that streams in. That next system, frontal boundary, you get the Pacific moisture, the tropical moisture, and that means rain chances. That'll be something we watch on Monday. So early next week, we could get another dose of rain. And if everything comes together, the timing is correct, then we could see some pockets of heavy rain. Too early to say that just yet, but here's what we're thinking. A 30% chance of rain on Monday. Again, if timing works out, expect those rain chances to go up. 20% chance on Tuesday as it stands right now. So the extended forecast, 73 Wednesday, 82 Thursday. Temperatures do warm up, so do morning lows. 49 Thursday morning, 54 Friday morning. More humidity over the weekend. It'll be breezy both Saturday and Sunday. And there's that chance of rain on Monday. And that front would also cool us down early next week. So another chance coming up, guys.
Gotta love it. If only it would rain.
The Texas Longhorns are on the road to start a tough stretch in their schedule. And big game coverage matchup. Two teams in 12's top 12 battling for playoff position. We'll preview coming up next.
KSAT 12 presents another Day of the Dead story. Building the ofrenda.
Building an ofrenda is an important Day of the Dead tradition. These altars have many pieces and parts, and they each have a specific purpose. The colorful skulls found on many ofrendas are called sugar skulls. These days, they may not be made out of sugar, but in the beginning they were. The art of molding granulated sugar and meringue was brought to Mexico by the missionaries. With sugar in abundance, it became a popular art supply in colonial times. So the first sugar skulls were not candy, they were decorative. So why a sugar skull? They symbolize many things, one being the sweetness of life. Originally placed on graves, the rain and wind would eventually wash them away. So they're also used to remind us of our mortality. To honor their loved one, people usually write the name of the departed on the sugar skull's forehead. It's a sweet thing to do.
Every conference game is big, but Saturday's Roadrunner game is really big. UTSA takes on North Texas in the Alamo Dome. UTSA leads Conference USA with a 5-2 overall record, but the Mean Green are right behind them at 4-3, and both are 3-0 in conference play. Pretty close matchup. However, the Roadrunners are favored by 9.5 points, even though the Mean Green handed the Roadrunners their first loss in their historic season last year in a blowout 45-23 defeat. They're 6th in the nation in rushing. Head coach Jeff Traylor says the Dome needs to be packed and rocking.
They're going to be hard to stop. Now, we're going to need that Alamo Dome to be 35,000 minimum, and we're going to need Sosa, the cheerleaders, every kind of music speaker we can have blasting in the Alamo Dome until that ball snaps. We don't want to break any rules, but until then, that thing needs to be just rocking.
Bring it on. Kickoff in the Alamo Dome set for Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon. You ought to be awake and ready to be fired up by then. Hey, the Texas Longhorns were able to hold off Iowa State 24-21 last week at home. Saturday, they start a tough stretch. The Longhorns travel to Stillwater this weekend to face the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Remember, the Cowboys beat the Longhorns last year 32-24, and now they are ranked 11th in the latest Associated Press college football poll, while the Horns are number 20. But the Horns are 4.5-point favorites after Oklahoma State lost the first time this season in double overtime, 43-40 to TCU. That and the fact that the Horns are on a 3-game winning streak, any chance of being too big-headed going into this game? In other words, is head coach Steve Sarkisian worried about players taking the rat poison, as he likes to put it?
There was no rat poison in our meeting this morning. We had a real come to Jesus this morning. We got to play better.
Kickoff in Stillwater, 2:30, and you can see the Longhorns and the Cowboys live right here on KSAT 12. The big game and our big game coverage this Friday night will feature the number 7 in Bromville's Canyon Cougars facing off against the number 9 Seguin Matadors in Seguin at Matador Stadium. Both teams come into this one with an identical 6-1 overall record, but the Matadors are undefeated in district at 4-0, while the Cougars have one loss that came against Smithson Valley 35-0. Depending on what Rangers do against Bernie Champion on Friday, as well as this could be for the lead in the District 12 5A Division I, and there's some personal bragging rights on the line for the Seguin players.
This Canyon team, actually, a lot of their coaches coached me back 2 years ago. So I know a lot of them, and I really want to win this game. I want to show them that they left the wrong school and they shouldn't have made the choice to go to Canyon.
It's really important, especially for seeding in the playoffs. They're number 1 seed right now, and if we knock them down, we'll be number 1 or 2.
Oh, so you got seeds and you got coaches on the wrong sideline, apparently. Oh, that'll be interesting. Kickoff Matador Stadium, 7:30. And, of course, KSAT 12 Sports will be there.
Inside information there. The Treasury Department now taking a closer look at insurance rates, and it could lead to some changes that affect your wallet.
And a new warning about some beauty products. Researchers are now linking certain items to a higher risk of uterine cancer.
Today at 5:12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz introducing us to a young college student who has now launched a storefront for women entrepreneurs. We're going to tell you how all this got started.
While the price of groceries and other goods skyrocket, gas actually declining a little. The fears of a global economic recession have led to a drop in the price of crude oil. It's down $7. According to the Energy Information Administration, gas demand decreased nationally last month as well. The national average for gas dropped by 3 cents over the last week. It's down to $3.88. And Texas has some of the cheapest gas in the country, but is still 20 cents higher than a month ago and 56 cents higher than it was a year ago.
Especially here in San Antonio, this next story is very concerning. 1.3 million people with diabetes apparently rationed the amount of insulin they took in 2021. That's according to a study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine journal. The findings are based on nearly 1,000 diabetics who use insulin. Researchers say people who said they skipped doses or took smaller doses were considered to be rationing. People who have not enough health insurance were the most likely to ration, according to the study. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that more than 37 million U.S. adults have diabetes. It's the 7th most common cause of death in the nation. Scientists have uncovered a connection between hair straightening products and an increased risk of cancer. Ongoing research previously linked hair straightening chemicals to hormone-related cancers like breast and ovarian cancers. Well, now there's a new study published yesterday that shows there's also an increased risk of uterine cancer. The uterine cancer risk by age 70 for women is about 1.6%, but it jumps up to 4% for those who use these hair straightening products. Researchers say the hair products marketed directly to black women and children do have chemicals associated with disrupting hormones.
The Treasury Department will assess how extreme weather increases insurance rates. Officials say they are taking a hard look at how climate-related disasters are driving up rates. The Federal Insurance Office is requesting zip code level data from insurance companies regarding policies and prices. This is the first time the department has used its authority to ask insurance companies for that type of data. Insurance companies are regulated at a state level, but this data could ultimately be used to determine whether changes are needed in the insurance market.
We're taking a look outside with our live cam, and you can see another pretty day out there. It is 12:32 and it's only 65 degrees outside.
This is like lunch on the patio day.
It's time. It's time to have lunch outside.
It is that day to be outside. It just is. Mid-60s. It's been so long since we've had sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s, that blue sky out there. It is just gorgeous. This morning, we had clouds, but the sun peeked through those clouds, and I don't know if you saw the sunrise or not, but it was incredible. The colors were oranges and pinks and purples. We got a lot of pictures in on our KSAT Connect. This is just one, but a beautiful sunrise from their balcony. They say it was nice. It didn't last very long, the colors at least, but a great start, and we're headed into a great afternoon. Again, 64 here in San Antonio. The cold stuff's still off to our north and east. That's where kind of the chunk of the cold air is going to move right through here. So that's where you have all those frost and freeze advisories. And places like Tennessee and the deep south. 44 right now in St. Louis. It's 42 in Chicago, 41 in Cleveland. So finally feeling some of that cool fall air. The warm spots, you got to go down to Miami. It's 89 there and some 70s in places like Phoenix and Vegas. But we're enjoying that great weather. It continues this afternoon. 68 degrees at 3 p.m. We'll see those temperatures make it up to close to 70 for a high today and then fall pretty quickly once the sun goes down tonight. In fact, by midnight, we're down to 54, and we'll probably fall into the mid-40s before it's all said and done. What about rain chances? We do have some more coming up in the forecast. We'll take another look at that here in just a few minutes.
Ooh, look forward to that. Thanks, Justin. Whoopi Goldberg, Tom Cruise, and Jennifer Aniston. What do these three celebrities have in common?
Other than being extremely famous, they all make millions on the screen, and all three have dyslexia. Sarah Costa takes a look at some of the common myths about this condition.
Research shows that 1 in 10 people have dyslexia. The learning impairment causes problems with reading, writing, and spelling, but there are misunderstandings of the condition that to a stigma. October is Dyslexia Awareness Month, and it aims to bring more understanding and awareness about it. So we're debunking some of the biggest dyslexia myths.
I think some people have a belief that dyslexia has to do with vision, that they see things upside down or reversed. That is true, but it's not a vision issue. It's the way the brain is wired.
First, it's more than just reading and writing letters backwards. Some kids with dyslexia write letters backwards and some don't. Another question, does dyslexia go away once kids learn to read? The answer is that even with intervention, dyslexia never goes away. Most children with dyslexia are also diagnosed with ADHD. However, there are also some advantages to dyslexia.
They're wonderful storytellers, oral storytellers. They are creative, artistic. Dyslexics make amazing entrepreneurs.
Despite the fact that dyslexia will never really go away, experts say it takes 3 to 4 years of practice to see a difference in most people's condition.
One of the newest and youngest members of the San Antonio Spurs getting used to his new home, what he's looking forward to in his rookie season.
A New Jersey family's dream home purchase turns into a nightmare. Now the real-life story is the basis of a new series. Why the family says they they do not have plans to watch that show.
Now to the latest true crime TV hit, The Watcher. It comes on the heels of the massive success of Dahmer.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim takes a look at the real-life story and the family that was too scared to move into their pricey new home after they got anonymous threats.
657 Boulevard is happy you're here. It's been years since young blood ruled the hallways of the house.
It's the show viewers can't look away from. Netflix's The Watcher, starring Naomi Watts and Bobby Cannavale, based on the true story of a New Jersey family whose dream home purchase turned into a living nightmare.
All of the windows and doors in 657 Boulevard allow me to watch you and track you as you move through the house. Who am I? I am the Watcher.
And this morning, police tape lining the front steps of the house behind the hit show as fans flock to catch a glimpse of 657 Boulevard, the $1.4 million home Derek and Maria Broaddus purchased in 2014 in the wealthy suburb of Westfield. But the idyllic tree-lined street came with a sinister secret. A watcher who sent the family letters threatening to harm them and their children, or what the culprit called young blood.
Will the young blood play in the basement?
The show featuring chilling excerpts from the anonymous notes.
There are many ways in which the story diverts from real life. For one thing, the Broaddus family never even moved into the home. The outlines of what happened are there.
Despite a police investigation, private investigators and forensic analysts all looking into the case, the watcher was never found. Reeves Weideman is the New York Magazine writer whose article is the basis of the new Netflix series.
There was a DNA sample that was obtained from the envelope, and the only thing that we know is that DNA belonged to a woman.
Some questioned if the family planted the letters to get out of the real estate deal. Those allegations were unsubstantiated, and they struggled for years to sell the home, ultimately taking a $400,000 hit. The Broaddus family later selling the life rights to Netflix.
But they didn't make money when you factor in everything, the loss of the home sale and all the money they spent. It wasn't a case where they made out great with this.
As for what happened here, Reeves says he has gotten some tips since the show started airing. Now, we reached out to the Broaddus family. They declined to comment, but they do still live here in the Westfield area, and we've been told they have no plans to watch the show. The trailer was traumatizing enough. Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, Westfield, New Jersey.
Can you imagine?
Oh, wow. That tells you need to do your research on the house before you buy it.
That's true. That's true. I'm 5 episodes in, by the way.
Are you watching that?
I am. It's pretty good. It's caught my attention. I'm curious to see how it ends.
Is it creepy?
A little bit.
Well, we just told you how it ends.
Well, maybe it differs a little bit from real life. I don't know.
Watch it.
64 so far today. 57 was the low this morning. The averages are 82 and 60, so we'll be below average today, which sounds great. The record high is 93, set back in 1895. How long is this cool weather going to hang around? We look at the 7-day forecast coming up.
With the way the temperature looks now and the way it was last night, could we be getting close to soup and sandwiches for lunch?
I'm already there. You know me, I have soup every day.
Ursula was there during the summer.
Yeah,
We're getting closer to that kind of fall weather. It just feels that way. You get the cool, crisp mornings and the nice afternoons. This is that sweet spot this time of year where we get those great temperatures. Yesterday's rainfall was good, but it wasn't good enough. Since September 1st, 1.62. And I know it feels like we've been saying this all year. I'm not trying to be negative here, but it's just we have such a big hole to climb out of. And yesterday we picked up about 0.6 of an inch at the airport. And so now we're up to 8.84 for the year, but we're still some 18 inches below average. And most of the state actually has received more rain than we have. We've just kind of been in a spot here where the rain is just, I guess we've kind of been unlucky, I guess is the best way to put it. And we still have some rain in the forecast, so that's the good news coming up next week. We showed you this picture earlier, but what a great sunrise it was this morning. The colors were brilliant. And I saw a lot of social media, a lot of KSAT Connect pictures, folks sending pictures in this morning. It really was a nice start. And now the clouds have gone and we're left with blue skies. We're sitting at 64 degrees at the airport, 65 Stinson, 65 Kelly, and 65 at Randolph. I'll point out that the winds have been pretty stout this afternoon, northeasterly, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. We could get a few gusts higher than that. There's all your cloud cover. It is shifting south with some of those rain showers which have pushed into deep South Texas, but it is cleared for the most part here around San Antonio. You'll still find mostly cloudy skies, Uvalde out to Del Rio, Eagle Pass, places like that. Here around town, we do have another little area of clouds trying to move in and a few coming in from the north, but mostly sunny at the airport. 65 hello to 63 Bernie Stage, 65 right now in New Braunfels. A lot of sun out towards Seguin where you're sitting at 63. And looking at the wind gusts, yeah, we've seen a few gusts up there around 20-25, especially around New Braunfels and Canyon Lake. So it is going to be sort of a breezy afternoon, but those winds subside tonight. And that's what sets the stage for those cool, almost cold temperatures coming up tomorrow morning. So your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 68 degrees at 3 o'clock. We'll call for 65 at 6 p.m., 62 at 7 o'clock. And we'll fall into the 50s pretty quickly this evening once the sun goes down. 56 at 11 p.m. And we eventually fall down to 44 for a morning low. 38 Curve Hill, 37 Bernie, 41 Bandera. So no matter what your kids tell you tomorrow, they need the jacket because they'll argue with you. I know how this goes. Send them with a jacket because they'll want it at least for a couple of hours before those temperatures warm up. The dew point trend over the next 6 days, we've got very dry air today and tomorrow, but the dew points start to climb as we head into the end of the work week, and especially by the weekend, we'll see dew points back in the 60s. So it's a pretty rapid return of moisture by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, and that will allow for us to get some rain chances, as I said, early next week. Here's the big picture. You see the low spinning up there across the Great Lakes. That's all the cold air. This pattern changes a little bit, though. We see it flatten out. That means quiet weather through about Friday, and then once we get into Saturday, trough builds out west, then moisture starts to roll in, and we make it a Pacific connection here. Some moisture from a potential hurricane, Rosalind, that moisture would feed in out ahead of a frontal boundary. That would be Monday, and I think that brings us some decent rain chances. That'll be something to watch in the 7-day forecast. 73 tomorrow, 82 Thursday, 84 Friday. Pretty warm and somewhat humid this weekend, and there's our next rain chance Monday. 30% as it stands right now, and temperatures would once again cool down.
You might want to also write their names inside the jacket because they're going to leave it at school.
100%. They'll leave it on the playground.
Yeah.
So yours argued with you this morning about wearing a jacket.
Always.
That's what you're telling me.
It didn't happen this morning, but I'm just anticipating it tomorrow.
You know it's coming.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sohan is ready for his first season with the Spurs. Why? He says the number on his jersey holds special meaning for him. Not too long ago, the Spurs were considered the oldest team in the league. Oh, times have changed. The future of the Spurs is in the hands of the youngest roster in team's history and includes 5 19-year-olds. One of those teenagers is the Spurs' #1 draft pick, Jeremy Sohan, power forward that played just 1 season at Baylor before making himself available for the NBA draft. He went 9th overall. He's the highest pick for the Spurs since Tim Duncan went #1 in 1997. Rick Simmons sat down with Jeremy and asked him about his impression of the Spurs and the community of San Antonio so far.
First one is hold up right there. There we go.
I think just like personally just being around here and just seeing how much culture it has and how like kind of like family based it is. Like everywhere I go, you'll see, go Spurs go, or different banners of, the Spurs, symbol, logo. And I think just, how much excitement and joy, just regular people, fans have, and I think it's all great.
Did you pick that number, 10?
I did.
Is there a reason why you picked that number?
Really, so back in Europe, I was number 9, and then when I got to Baylor, I was number 1. So 9 plus 1 is 10. But also, Rodman played with it, so I think there's a few good things.
Do you mind the comparisons to him at all? Wearing the same number, doing the hair?
I don't mind them. I think, being compared to someone like that is good on the court. Some of the stuff he did off the court maybe were questionable, but definitely on court, I love that comparison, and hopefully I'll be able to be like that too.
Now, you were telling me you got a new tattoo recently,
yeah.
And can you tell me what it is?
Yeah, so it's Icarus. It's Greek mythology. It's a story where his dad gave him wings, and they told him not to fly too high to the sun and not too low to the water because they're gonna get wet, and then if he goes too high, they're gonna burn off. And he did it. So it's just it's a kind of like a story, a saying. And then I have never too high, never too low to show that. So
maintain.
Exactly,
right?
Maintain.
Do you feel any added pressure because you're the #1 draft pick for the Spurs?
I think there will always be pressure, but I think personally that pressure doesn't really affect me in a bad way. I think it just excites me more and builds me up more. And I think it's just an opportunity to be someone that people look up to, and just to show them that I should have been that, and I am that first choice.
What are you looking forward to the most in a rookie season and just to start your NBA career?
Yeah, I think just learning the way and adapting to it and just growing. I think I'm in a great organization who's done crazy stuff in the past.
Where's the dunk we were looking for?
Not a lot of people can achieve that. And the coach Popovich, just being coached by him is crazy. So I think just growing and just learning, I think is really important for me.
Does it help you that there are 2 other guys who went through the draft with you and now are going to share these moments with you as you head towards that first game in the regular season?
Yeah, I think definitely, being with the people, in the same, situation as you, I think helps a lot. It's just like another outlet to, talk to them, see how they're doing. So I think it's definitely a lot easier for me.
All right, so here's the Spurs schedule. Believe it or not, tomorrow night they open up the regular season against the Charlotte Hornets here in San Antonio, and then they're on the road for like 4 in a row. So there you go. So it's Charlotte tomorrow night here, then Indiana, Philadelphia to round out the week. So
they're going to have a fresh start. Let's forget about the preseason.
Yep.
We're moving on.
There you go.
Well, it's all about appreciating our senior citizens today on SA Live.
Let's see what's in store for us at historic Market Square. Here they are. Fiona?
Well, we are celebrating seniors today with all sorts of healthy tips and tricks to keep them living healthy. And joining us right now is Elsa Fernandez with Eye Candy Boutique, because you can dig into your closet and save money, and it all starts with finding your style type with fruit.
Yes, fruit and fashion work together. Tune in later to find out.
All right, and our Jen Tobias Beskey is out live showing how seniors can have fun by staying fit and being healthy.
That's right. We're at the Gonzaga Event Center learning all about their classes, including Tai Chi. We'll tell you about the benefits of that, but also some other free, keyword, free classes that they have here.
We've got Natalie Ramos here with Texas Agriculture, Texas A&M AgriLife, and you are going to show folks how they can grow their own vegetables and eat healthy, but you have a great, easy way for cutting up apples and onions.
Yes, before we get into the gardening, one of my favorite onions to cook with are green onions, very popular, but there are some tricks with them, and so I'm going to show you just a simple trick how to cut them quick and easy. You can actually make it quick. Cut them in half, and you want to be safe with the knife and just quickly just do the rocking motion just like that. And there you go.
All right, we're going to show that apple one coming up in just a few minutes, right?
Yes, we are. Let's cut up this little apple.
All right, all that and more when SA Live continues.
The Guayabera is a popular shirt worn by men all throughout the warm climates of Latin America. Its origins, well, they're the subject of a debate, from having evolved from the uniforms of Spanish and Cuban soldiers to a man asking his wife to sew 4 pockets to the front of his shirt to hold his cigars and other belongings. Several countries also lay claim to the Guayabera, from Cuba to the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, even as far away as the Philippines. The distinctive look of the shirt has basically remained the same: 4 front pockets and pleats, also referred to as alforces. Running down the front and the back of the shirt, the Mexican Guayaberas add beautiful embroidery to highlight those pleats. Production of the Guayabera dwindled in Cuba after the revolution, and manufacturing moved to Merida, Mexico, with its heyday occurring in the 1970s. Today, Guayaberas are enjoying a renaissance, with shirts being made of different styles of fabrics and creations. They're also even being made for women. The Guayabera remains an icon of Hispanic culture and style, and is worn by people of all backgrounds.
A staple of San Antonio for sure. Right now on KSAT.com, Smithson Valley High School fashion design students are going to be showcasing their work in the Marisol de Luna Community Fashion Show. It's happening later on this month.
The fashion show will take place from 6 to 9 p.m. on October 22nd at the Arneson River Theater here in downtown San Antonio. 14 students were invited to participate. The fashion show is free.
And you can find more details on things to do at the section in KSAT.com. Thanks so much for joining us here on KSAT 12 for the news at noon.
And speaking of free cooking lessons, free craft lessons, all kinds of stuff is free on SA Live.
And there's often some comedy mixed in all of that.
Yeah.
So let's go to SA Live
It starts right
now.
Freebies and money savers. Do we have your attention now? You're going to want to stick around for those deals for seniors. Plus, fall gardening tips for growing your own food and meal ideas to keep your ticker in tip-top shape. And a fall craft that's easy to make and won't break the bank. It's all today as we celebrate seniors on SA Live.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, happy Thursday. Well, they have achieved Zen at this Gonzaga Event Center, and we're going to learn how you can harness your chi too. Good afternoon, I'm Fiona Gorsiza. Well, we have a whole show packed with tips and tricks for healthy living for our seniors today on our Gonzaga Medical Group Takeover Show. And we want to kick things off with a shout out to the seniors in our lives. So you can give a shout out to any of the senior citizens in your life. Just post a photo of maybe your grandparents, your parents, aunts, uncles, even yourself as a senior. Tag us at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and we'd love to see a few of those a little later in the show. You're going to be seeing a number on the top right corner of your screen during the show today. That's the number to Gonzaga Medical Group. They have the answers to your questions about Medicare enrollment. So you see it right there, so dial it if you have any questions. The annual enrollment period for Medicare starts on October 15th and runs through December 7th. That's tomorrow, October 15th. Gonzaga Medical Group is answering calls at 210-960-8956, or you can visit the website gonzaga.com KSAT.com/sayyes. Well, we're getting things off to a healthy start with fall gardening. It's great to keep you active, and if you plant your veggies and fruits, it will help you eat healthy too. Here with tips and tricks to help you grow and eat healthy is Natalie Ramos, Extension Agent with Texas A&M AgriLife. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so what are we doing first? Because this is all about container gardening, right?
Right, yes, and it's super easy to grow just about any fall-time vegetable in a container, believe it or not. And so I brought some examples live here. We have some kale, some Swiss chard, and over there, it's the star of the show. We're going to be using it with our salad today. It's red leaf lettuce. And these can all be grown in a container, actually, and you don't have to spend too much money on it.
I was going to say, you can use pretty inexpensive containers, right?
Exactly. You can even get a pail from your local grocery store or hardware store, too, and cut some holes at the bottom. It's all about the drainage, really. So a lot of these can be planted in there. Also, some that I don't have with us, Brussels sprouts are really easy to grow in containers. You can also do carrots from seeds. Just make sure it's deep enough. That way you can get a nice big carrot. And yeah, that's pretty much all you
That's right, because just depending on what you're growing, depends on the size of the container, and you're good to go. Yes. All right, so we've got the salad already kind of started. What do we need to do?
So it's already chopped up and ready to go. So we have the ingredients here. Since apples are also in season, I brought green apple, so we're going to chop that up nice and small, easy bite size.
Had a trick for
There is a trick
apples.
to cut apples, actually. You can just cut around the core. Just make sure you don't have to dig the core out. I've seen people do that, but you just cut just around the core in perfect squares, just to make sure you don't get any, that core does tend to be a little bit harder around the center, so just cut around it and you're good to go. And yeah, all you have to do is just cut some smaller pieces, that way we have some bite-sized salad pieces to go into our delicious salad.
Okay. All right, so what are we tossing in first?
We're gonna toss in all the ingredients minus the toppers, and we're gonna make our own salad dressing.
Okay. All right, so all the apples, onions?
Yes, the green onions as well.
Apples.
And you're welcome to use other onions. Red onions also work. Give it some color too. You can use pears in this instead of apples, which are also in season. Okay. The cranberries can go in too. That'll give it some red color. That's about half a cup, and then half a cup of chopped almonds. You can also use, chopped walnuts. You can also use almonds.
Okay, so when you're shopping for your fruits and veggies, what's a way to help kind of stay on budget? I mean, I know prices are sometimes a little frightening at the grocery stores right now.
Yes, they are on the rise, unfortunately, and a lot of my classes that I give out in the community are regarding shopping on a budget. So we can always buy frozen. Frozen is fine. Some people are kind of intimidated by frozen, but as long as you cook it properly, it's fine, and it's just as fresh. And also you can buy things that are out of a can. Canned vegetables and fruit. Just make sure you don't have, you can get the low sodium options, and if you're getting canned fruit as well, you can get the ones that don't have that heavy syrup. So try to stay away from the syrups and the salt that might be in our canned food items. And always buy fruits and vegetables that are in season. So you can go into HEB and check out what's in season. So everything here is in season, our leafy greens, our carrots, our pumpkins too, so yes.
And so those are labeled, right? If it's in season, you should see that,
You should see it. It should be front and center when you walk into HEB. It'll say seasonal vegetables.
Can't miss it.
Yes.
Bright lights around it. I feel like sometimes it needs the bright lights, right?
Sometimes it can be hidden, yeah.
All right, so besides, we've got the salad going, but salad dressing, okay?
Right.
That's important. Tell us why.
Okay, so as you know, you go into HEB and salad dressing, it's overwhelming, that whole aisle, right? And it can be really expensive too. And sometimes a lot of it is unhealthy. They put a lot of oils in there. And so I always tell people, especially in my classes, my seniors, make your own salad dressing. It goes a long way, and you can get a mason jar, or you don't even have to get a mason jar. You can make your own salad dressing in a simple bowl like this. So we're gonna make our own right here, because we have control of how much sodium goes into it, how much oil. And so what we're gonna start with is the olive oil. So that's gonna be the base in our mason jar.
Okay.
So that's gonna be about a tablespoon. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then another tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and you can use red wine vinegar too, just to give it some of that citrusy taste a little bit more. There you go.
There we go.
And then Dijon mustard. So this is my go-to salad dressing. This gives it a little bit sweet, salty kick. There you go. That's perfect. And then we're going to add our seasoning. So we have the oregano, a little pinch of that. You can use other herbs. You can grow your own herbs as well.
Okay.
And then some salt and pepper to taste. Just whatever your heart desires on that. There you go. And then you're going to make sure that's nice and closed up so that goes on top. And you just give it a shake. And that's your makeshift salad
Because that's the thing, because a salad dressing, you said, may have olive oil in it, and people think, oh, olive oil is healthy, but they might put too much of that in it, right?
Yes, a lot of those already made salad dress. I know it's convenient, but they do have a lot of oils in them, especially, your not so good oils too. So olive oil is one of the better ones, but try not to go overboard and make your own, right?
Okay, and fruits and veggies daily for seniors should be how much?
Right, so we should focus, especially seniors over the age of 55, half of our plate should be full of fruits and vegetables. So with seniors, it should be 2 cups of vegetables and 1.5 cups of fruit.
All right, thank you so much, Natalie. You can learn more about Texas A&M AgriLife on our website, salive.com. Just click the As Seen on SA Live tab where we provided a link, or scan the QR code on your screen. All right, well, from healthy living to staying active, Gonzaga Medical Group is helping seniors stay fit and happy. They're always offering some sort of fun activity at their Gonzaga event centers, and our Jen Tobias-Tresky is out live at one on Pleasanton Road. Hey there, Jen.
Hello. Yes, that's right. They offer all kinds of activities for seniors at the Gonzaga Event Centers. And today we're all about the calm place and the art of Tai Chi. And joining me now is fitness instructor Teresa Denise Schultz here to show us how it's done. And we have our lovely models doing some moves. But first, let's talk about the benefits of Tai Chi.
Oh, there are so many benefits of Tai Chi. It's anxiety. It helps with that. De-stressor. It helps with your balance, with your coordination. There's so many benefits. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it at first, but if you have a positive attitude going into something, it'll work.
Yes, and I see back here the movements are very slow, but that's the whole point, right? Can you show me a few?
Yeah, we'll start with open the door. You're going to inhale, bend those knees, and it should feel like whenever you're on a wave in the ocean, just how you bounce up and down in that water, nice and slow.
And it's important that you slow down, right? Would you say?
Yes. I'm a Zumba person, let me tell you. It took me a while to learn how to slow down and smell the roses.
And again, it's all about keeping the balance. You mentioned to me earlier that you saw people that have transformed and actually have better balance now from doing these types of moves, right?
Yes, exactly. It helps a lot with balance.
And what other fitness classes do you offer?
We have Zumba Gold, which is Zumba, but we take out all the jumping and the twisting, but you can still get a really good workout with Zumba Gold. We also have chair yoga. And we do not get on the floor with our seniors, but you are able to do poses, and we do balance poses, things that are going to help you.
And what are they working on right now behind us? What are these moves?
Embrace the moon.
Oh, okay.
So Tai Chi uses things from nature. And so it's all in martial arts moves too.
Why would you say it's so important to stay active for seniors especially?
My motto is bodies in motion, stay in motion. So I have a couple of 90-year-olds that come to my classes, and they swear on if they would have stopped moving that they probably would be stiff now.
Wow.
But yeah, they move and they do all these classes.
So staying in motion is key. Now, what is your favorite? Because you mentioned the yoga, the Zumba, the Tai Chi.
I love yoga, but Zumba is my number one.
Zumba, okay, yes. And these classes are free. How can, if somebody wants to come and try a class, how does that work?
Come to the event center and knock on the door or walk in, and you can join in. We'll register you, and you're in the classes.
I'm sure you've seen people even have some relationships that they've built, maybe, and more social skills, right?
It helps with social skills so much, especially during this pandemic time. And the classes aren't huge, so you feel comfortable here.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to learn a few more moves real quick.
Okay, we're going to do embrace the moon. Hand on top, hand on bottom at heart center.
Okay.
And it's a shifting of weight.
You said that's important, right? Like the yin and the yang?
The yin and the yang.
I'm probably not doing this right, but she's the expert here. Again, Zumba, yoga, Tai Chi, and you will learn all the health benefits and even of just the breathing part, right?
Yeah, oh, that breathing is so important. Believe it or not, you get aerobic capacity with Tai Chi because you're doing diaphragmatic breathing.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm trying to go slow here, but you know, I'm always fast paced, but they're so good. I will work on this. And Fiona, when we come back out here, we're going to work on a craft because there's a lot more than just fitness here at the Gonzaba Events Center. Ladies, you're doing wonderful. Back to you, Fiona. I'll keep practicing. Let me see. Okay.
Thank you, Jen. Oh, it's good to see everybody moving over there. All right, still ahead, where seniors can get stuff with deep discounts. We have a roundup of several money-saving deals for seniors. And how to stay fashionable with things you already have in your closet. Fashionista Elsa Fernandez shows us how to create a capsule wardrobe that will save you money. That's next on SA Live's Gonzaba Medical Group Takeover Show.
Most of our patients, they still don't have a designated primary care doctor, or they haven't seen a doctor in a very long time. So we encourage this so they can start developing a relationship with a doctor, whether it's a male doctor or a female doctor that they choose, so they can start working on their health.